So for the thermodynamic process, we can consider from the PV diagram. So we have 4 types of thermodynamic process. The first is isovolumetric or constant volume. So you have the system and you can give heat or thermal energy into your system, but the volume fixed, so your volume cannot change. So in this closed system, you can increase the temperature and pressure, but the volume is constant. The second type of the system or thermodynamic process, that is we call isobaric or constant pressure. For example, if you have a cylinder that you can heat, so you can give the thermal energy into your system, and the volume can change to keep the pressure constant. So it means in this type of process, the pressure is constant, but volume and temperature can be changed. The third type is called isothermal process. So you have the heat reservoir and you put your system into the heat reservoir. So your temperature of the system are constant, but the volume of your system can be changed and also the pressure can be changed. The last type is adiabatic process. Adiabatic process is something like you put your system into the insulator. So volume can be changed, pressure can be changed, temperature of your system also can be changed, but we not have thermal or heat exchange between system and surrounding. So this we call the adiabatic process. Let's consider for the first type of the thermodynamic process, that is isovolumetric process or isochoric process. So in isochoric process, the volume is constant. For example, in this figure for PV diagram, if you go from this temperature to this temperature, so the pressure change, but the volume is constant. So if you consider from the first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q minus W. In this case, the volume not change. Delta V is 0, then work is 0. Then you have the internal energy change related to the heat that give to your system. So the heat that give into your system will related to this equation Q equal to NCV delta T, which N is the number of molar gas, CV is the molar specific heat at a constant volume. Then delta U equal to NCV delta T. From this, you rearrange the equation. You have CV equal to 1 over N delta U over delta T, or CV equal to 1 over N du by dt. For the ideal gas, U is 3 over 2 nRT. Then you have CV equal to T over 2 of R. For the ideal gas, you have CV equal to 12.5 Joule per mole per Kelvin. The second type of thermodynamic process, that is isobaric. If we consider the system that you can heat the open chamber, something like that. Then the pressure did not change because you heat it in the open air. So you have delta P equal to 0, but work still be changed because your volume can be changed. So the bill equal to P delta V. So you have delta U equal to Q minus the bill. Then you can define your thermal heat in this process as Q equal to N Cp delta T, where Cp is the molar specific heat at constant pressure. Then you put into your equation, you have internal energy change equal to heat exchange and minus work done by the system. Then we have delta U equal to NCP delta T minus NR delta T. And delta U from the isovolumetric process, you have NCV delta T. From this, you can define the relation between Cp and Cv as Cp equal to Cv plus R. For the isothermal, so isothermal means the temperature of the system did not change. If you have no change for the temperature, so it means internal energy is not changed. Then from the first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q minus W. Then delta U is 0. You have Q equal to the W, which the W is work done by the system. So from the definition, work equal to integral of pressure times delta V. We put P equal to nRT over V from the ideal gas model. Then you can determine for the work from the isothermal process equal to nRT log V2 minus V1.